So let's get back to the mortgage, all right? Because all this surrounding with the education and stuff like that, I want to swing it back to the generational gap thing, all right?
Right.
So you listen to Pat Bev.
Yeah.
And I love him, man. I listen to a lot of this stuff like
Right.
that. So he's talking about, this is what he's going to start talking about right here, about the generational gap right here. All right. And the question that he's asking on here is that what would happen if mortgage rates suddenly drop today? They go back down to regular. All right, like that. Let me see if I can get some audio on this thing. All right. Oh, well, that's a little too loud. Let's go down.
Increased rates to 6%, 5%, 4%, 3%. Do you know what would happen today? You think that house that's $900,000, that the value hasn't moved even when they raised the rates to 8%, that $900,000 house is going to be $1.4 million. If it goes to $1.4 million and Dow Jones all of a sudden goes to 48,000, you know what just happened? This whole concept of rich getting richer, poor getting poorer, it became rich getting richer, poor getting poor on steroids. How the hell are you gonna, if you can't afford a $900,000 house right now, how are you gonna afford it in a year if they lower the interest rates to go to 3, 4, 5%? Some of these realtors that are being irresponsible just telling everybody, well, wait till the rates come down. If the rates come down, it's reverse market crash.
All right. What do you think about that?
I think he's right, bro.
Oh yeah, of
I think
course.
he's 100% right.
You have to do a little bit more digging and really understand the numbers on it. You know what I mean? Because it's not, again, like what he's talking about. He's going past just the numbers of buying a house. He's talking about the market itself with Dow Jones and stuff like that of what it's gonna have. And then going back to freaking 2008. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that. Like have you seen that movie?
Which one?
The Big Short.
Oh yeah.
Bro, if you haven't seen that movie,
Yeah. That's,
educate yourself.
Bro.
Watch the movie. All right, like that. But like that's a scary thing to know. It really is a scary thing to know.
the thing that they don't understand is $900,000 is always going to be $900,000.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of money that it costs you to borrow $900,000 doesn't make you any more or less equipped to borrow $900,000. Either you have it or you don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like either you have that buying power or you don't have that buying power. The mortgage rate doesn't affect whether or not you have that buying power. What the mortgage rate does is it tells the people that do have that buying power, how much is it going to cost you to use it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're smart, if you're savvy, right, I'm going to wait because I could spend $900,000 a day and it costs me 10% to borrow that money, or I can wait and borrow it at 3%.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be cheaper for me to use my borrowing power.
Yeah.
But if I don't have $900,000, I'm not going to be like, oh shit, the mortgage rate down to $300. I'm going to go buy a $900,000 house. I can't afford it.
You can't afford it. Yeah.
That doesn't change. But they put that, which is what they love to do. What is the number one way to control people?
In what terms?
Fear.
Oh yeah. And you know what? That's a comment in there right there. That fear
Fear, bro.
Yeah,
Fear,
yeah.
bro.
You
You
know
just
what I mean?
scare the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Bro. It's so stupid, man.
Yeah. All right. No, yeah, for sure. They just scare people like that. They get it all high, and then they dump it like that.
Yep.
And then the best. What's the term again? The pump and dump.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
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 They just make people panic. All right. They do. They do it all the time, and people are too blind to see. And really understand it. And and let's go back to the numbers of what you're talking about with money. You know what I mean? And just having that money. Your bargaining power and stuff like that.
Right.
The guy was. I was listening to another guy where he was like, I don't care how much the mortgage costs. I mean, like that, or what the mortgage is going to be, or what it is. Like, or the mortgage rate is going to be. That's what he said. I don't care how much it is. You know what I mean? It's like for me, it's like, what can I put down on it? And what deal can I make?
That's it.
Like that.
That's all that matters to me.
Yeah. You know, can I make a deal within my budget or like that? And then on top of that, you know, do I have the money and the funds to, you know, for the down payment? You know, because then on top of that, that down payment's really gonna freaking, you know, drastically change, you know, your mortgage,
Everything.
your mortgage, you know, rate at, you know, at the, not your rate, but your mortgage at the end of the day.
Right.
You know, do I want to pay, you know, 23, almost 33, you know, $100 a month, or do I want to pay, you know, 1,200, 1,700? You know, that sounds a lot better, you know, like that, just because I'm only putting in 20%, you know, like that. But I can get a good deal, and then I put in, you know, 40, 60%, like that, you know, and then really freaking, you know.
That's how they get people when they, man, the auto industry has this shit on lock, bro.
Yeah.
They have this shit on lock. They tell people, come in, you get your car, payments $350 a month. Mm-hmm. People come in, $350 a month. Oh shit.
Yeah.
They run in there and they get their 2005 Nissan Altima with 180,000 miles on it for $300 a month.
Mm-hmm. They drive it off the lot.
And they drive it off the lot.
Yeah.
And then they end up paying, over the life of that car, they end up paying like $80,000 for the car. And you're like, what did you do? Because people don't understand. They don't understand money.